If you went to the gym today, what did you work on? I had a magnificent chest day. I did some flat bench, some incline bench. I did some cable machine work. Did some free weights, so that was nice. Anyway, now that that is done, I'm excited to get home so that I can unbox this brand new Springfield Armory Echelon 4.0 C. C as in compact. We got the compact version. I also got the threaded barrel. It was like an extra $30, like a $30 difference than the standard one. So excited. I'm a lefty, and in this community, y'all don't really support us. We gotta do modifications or just adjust to these right-handed firearms. And you know, it is what it is. That is life, the life of a lefty. We're having to adjust to a right-handed world. But one of the selling points, among many other things, was the fact that it was ambidextrous. So super excited because I don't have a whole lot of firearms that are ambidextrous. I'm always finding myself having to adjust. So that's a positive, and we'll talk about the rest when I get home. See you then. I don't think I've ever rushed through a workout like I did with the one that I just did. Although a workout is better than no workout, I could have taken my time, but I was so excited to get home and open up this box. This is the Springfield Armory Echelon 9mm 4.0 C. C is for compact in this scenario. And here it is. It's packaged all nice and tidy. I have the firearm in this little baggie right here. We've got some plates for mounting options for the optics. Got receipts, ATF paperwork. We got our instruction manual. And we also have the paperwork showing that it is accurate. What else do we have? Accessories. This is really cool. So not only in this package, obviously, is the firearm and another magazine. We also have a 17 rounder, so it's the 14 round with an extension for those extra rounds. We also have the back strap in different sizes. I think they come in small, medium, and large so that you can get a good handle, a good grip on that. We also have the speed loader, and then we also have an extension for that second magazine. And of course, I think every firearm comes with a lock and key. We got that out of the way. Let's take a look at what's in the important box, or the important bag in this instance. This is truly a work of art. And I don't know anybody who can tell me any different. And I actually take them seriously. Like, look at the level of detail. Look at the depth of these slide serrations. Let me take the magazine out. I've already checked that it was clear, so don't, come after me in the comments. But you can literally just use a couple fingers and push the slide back so effortlessly. Even when you come down to the back, there's a cutout here that almost feels like the charging handle that you'd find on an AR-15. You can literally use two fingers and pull that thing back. It's crazy. Not to mention this little shelf right here. So if ever, God forbid, my dominant, which is my left hand, was ever, injured or whatever, and I only have one hand operation, you could do that by just using this shelf right here to rack your slide and get back to business. This thing is amazing. Not to mention, it's already ready for optics. There's a cutout here, you remove this plate, and I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, this is ready for 30 different red dot options right here, which is unheard of. Is there another firearm out there on the market that is already cut to fit 30 different optics? I don't think so. While we're talking about the optics, we have this U up here. So if you are not shooting with a red dot, you still have the ability to put your firearm on target and do what you need to do, whether that's at the range or in a life or death situation. I can't say enough good things about this, and I just opened this up. Another cool thing about this is these little shelves that you have on either side. when you have this gripped and you are ready to do what you need to do, it allows for just better finger placement. It allows for better grip and obviously ultimately better recoil management. And I think that is really cool that they thought to do that. This firearm is also ambidextrous right out the box. We have a mag release on the left and the right hand side. You also have a slide catch on both sides. You're able to use this with both hands, which is awesome because I'm a lefty living in a right-handed world, and it makes my heart flutter when I see ambidextrous firearms like this one. Another thing is this trigger pull. Just listen how buttery that is. To reset it real quick. Very slow and then just crisp again. So you're able to get off rounds so much more quickly. The trigger makes sense. It's flat facing and I just love it. Can we not fail to mention the fact that I opted for the threaded barrel? So if I ever decide to shoot suppressed, I can do this without having to do any other modifications. This was I believe it was a $30 difference than the one that was not threaded right out the box. So I was like, get a new firearm. Let me get the best my money can buy at the moment, which was this variation. We have 14 round magazine and a 17 round magazine, which is just the 14 with an extension. Also in that box came an extension for this one too. So technically we have two 17 round magazines. So we have a lot of firepower at our disposal right out of the box. Also, we have these replaceable or modular little back straps. Very, very simple installation. You kind of just press this into that little nook and cranny in there and you are good to go. And actually this one might be the back strap of choice. Allows you to get your hands firmly on there. And yeah, this is just awesome. I just love pulling the trigger. Let's go take this to the range. All right, we're gonna see if I can do some drills, two in the body, one in the head, and see how good I am with that. This might be my new carry gun. It's bigger than my P365X's, which is what I carry now, but it feels solid. Like, it feels good. It feels good in the hand. It feels accurate. Obviously, this is my first time with it out on the range, and I feel like I did a decent job. We'll talk more at the house. It's live here. That was fun. when is it not fun? When do you never not have a good time going to the gun range? Anyway, I am super impressed with the folks over at Springfield Armory. The detail, the accuracy, the feel, the functionality, the modularity of this Echelon 9mm 4.0 C for compact may just be my next everyday carry. Before this purchase, obviously, I purchased my first Glock 43X, and unfortunately, I was not wowed by my first Glock experience. And that's not to say that I won't ever carry it or that I won't ever, eventually become a Glock fan. It's just not the reality as it stands today. However, this new Echelon compact, it might just be my favorite. It might replace my SIG P365X. I didn't think that I would ever say that. I thought this would be, my carry for life. But if I'm being completely honest, the feel of this Echelon is amazing. And I was really shocked because the only other Springfield Armory pistol that I've ever owned was a Hellcat. And let's be honest, that's one of the snappiest guns you will ever shoot in your life. I think that firearm is even snappier than my tiny little 380, the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. Like that Hellcat Pro, I wanted to love it. I just wanted it to be my everything, and it just wasn't anything for me. And I ended up selling it. So I was a little hesitant purchasing another Springfield Armory pistol. But this one just came out, and it's kind of nice to have or try out the latest and greatest, and I'm happy to say that I was not disappointed. The way that thing shoots, especially for it to be bigger than my normal pistol, I carry the P365X, and it is bigger than that, both in like width and length, and in just like slide length is bigger. So I'm going to obviously have to purchase a holster that fits to my liking, waiting for my guys over at Holster to release their models for that. So I will be patiently waiting, but until then, I'm super happy I was able to get this to the range pretty quickly, and I got about 200 rounds through it, which is pretty cool. It feels good. Like, if you're on the fence about purchasing this gun, get off the fence on the side that leads to you purchasing it, because I don't think that you'll be disappointed. And I watched a million videos before purchasing this one. Well, maybe not a million, but enough to be confident in the decision to go out and pick it up for myself. And most people, since there's a lot of Glock folks out there, some people made a really cool comparison. The Echelon Compact to the Echelon is what the Glock 19 is to the Glock 17. And for all you Glock folks out there, I think that's a pretty accurate comparison in size and functionality and purpose, like in situation, like when you would carry that, 19 versus 17. But all in all, the features on the firearm they're just dope. I haven't even gotten to the guts of it and discussed how there's a central operating group where you can literally take that piece out, and that is the serialized piece, and just literally switch out and make a whole new gun. Like, place that, like the modularity that they have packed into this little firearm is pretty incredible. And I'm excited to see, maybe explore different configurations. I've seen videos where people have swapped out the slide links. I do have a threaded barrel, so maybe there'll be a comped version that will come out, and I can play around with all sorts of things. It seems like the possibilities will be endless with this firearm, and I'm super excited that it is now a part of my ever-growing arsenal.